장부에 8, 9, 19들이 말했던 원한들이 몇 개 추가됐네. 자, 이걸 대신 처리해서 지워드리면 우리가 여기서 좀 날뛰는 걸 동쪽 식구들이 봐준다는 거지. 이런 걸 품앗이라고 하던가?
If you say so. Greetings and salutations, everyone. I'm Ekmak. This is Limbus Company Nocturnal Sweeping Bokgak. So, I want to know. What, so then, Interesting. So already, this is a weird middle ground. It is a 5 cost AoE ego. So it's not as cheap as Legadomain, but it's cheaper than stuff like Land of Illusion and Representation Emitter. But anyway, into the sunset. 3 attack weight, 16 plus 8? That is legit almost as good as Land of Illusion. This isn't the usual junk ego that we get in these days. This is actually pretty decent. It's the sanity cost, isn't it? Oh, also, Clash Power +1 for every burn and bleed on all targets. Huh. Attack End. Heal 10% HP for allies that have the lowest current HP. Apply 2 Scarlet Moth to said allies. But it has to heal at least 1 HP. Heal stack percent HP. Minimum HP healed 1. Heal SP equal to the stack. And then lose a stack. So 3, 2, 1 SP heals. Alright. And 3, 2, 1%. So it's not going to heal too much, but it is healing. Heal additional allies equal to Lust Resonance. If healed ally has a Lust skill equipped, heal 6 SP on the said ally as well. Okay, now it's just getting silly. Inflict 3 burn, 3 bleed, and on this current coin attack end, inflict Wrath and Lust Fragility next turn on target hit. Or, roll a 24 minus 5 2-coiner. Deal 10% damage for every burn and bleed on all targets. If there's a Wrath or Lust Absolute Resonance, deal extra damage, base power -5 for every cracked coin. Apply Scarlet Moth 5 times between random allies. Okay. Inflict 2 burn and 2 burn count, and then Wrath Fragility. Inflict 2 bleed and 2 bleed count, and Lust Fragility. So this is just as handy as a Lust for a bleed team as it is for a burn team, I guess. If this unit's leftmost base skill on the dashboard is Wrath or Lust, deal 30% of the damage dealt against the main target with that skill as a corresponding affinity damage to a random enemy. Maximum of 30 damage. Because of course there's a damage cap. If this unit dealt the maximum possible damage with the above effect, gain 1 damage affinity up for the corresponding affinity next turn, disable the above effect for 2 turns. But only base attack skills, gotcha. And Big Brother Heathcliff. Kicking 2 plus 3 times 3. If target has burn plus bleed, coin power +1. If the target has vengeance mark, final power +1. Gain aggro. Lower the user's stagger threshold. If the target's vengeance mark, heal SP. Inflict bleed, inflict burn. Alright. Watch your back. If target 6 plus burn and bleed, coin power +1. Apply 2 offense level on allies adjacent to this unit. This skill gains highest resonance divided by 2 offense level to a maximum of 3. Ooh. If target has vengeance mark, final power +2. +5 aggro to this slot next turn, inflict 3 bleed count and a burn count, inflict bleed, paralyze and burn. Alright, so there's not as much super high coin power to this skill, but it does have some coin power to it. The They make up for the lower coin power potential with the offense level and the final power is what I'm saying actually. So nothing special in his panics. My hair coupons! Final power +1 for every burn and bleed on the main target, to a maximum of 3. Final power +1 for every 2 envy resonance, to a maximum of 3. Oh man. So it's rolling a 22 by default. He's one of the people that can roll really high on unwanted skill checks, I can tell already. This skill gains highest resonance offense level, and it's already +5. So that's another 2 clash power he's throwing in there. If main target has Vengeance Mark, final power +2. Stop, they're already dead. Okay, let's do some calculations. We throw in 3 final power, 6 final power, 5 final power. No wait, that's not right. I'm getting my numbers wrong. 3, 6, 8, 10. So that could be a 22 at the end of it. Wait, no, it's a 10, it's 20, 32! This is rolling some ego. Which, let's be fair, is quite accurate to original Heathcliff, to original Ricardo. And Heathcliff, yeah. Oh man, imagine getting body sack on top of that. Everyone else kills a wave, and then he just kills the next wave on his own. At 6 plus Envy, Absolute Resonance gain an attack weight. At 20 plus Book of Heathcliff gain another attack weight. Extra damage for every excess attack weight beyond the number of actual targets. For every enemy killed using this skill, gain 2 Vengeance Tattoos. Inflict Bleed, Inflict Burn, deal Envy Resonance times 5% of this coin's final damage as bonus blunt damage. Complete and Total Extermination. External effects cannot trigger this skill to be reused. Not saying anything about this skill being reused though. Deal extra damage for all the missing HP to a maximum of 30%. Final power +1 for every burn and bleed on the main target to a maximum of 5. Gain offense level to a maximum of 6. 16 plus 10 plus 6 offense level. At 20 plus Book of Vengeance, Heathcliff gain an attack weight. If the main target is Vengeance Mark, final power +3. Deal extra damage for every excess attack weight beyond the number of actual targets. But this considers parts to be different targets. For every enemy killed using this skill, gain a resource of the random least owned affinity to a maximum of 4. Right, we have 3 attack weight. We could always have 4 attack weight, and then consume 15 Vengeance Tattoos on self. If a target is staggered, deal extra damage. Inflict Bleed, Burn, Tremor, trigger a Tremor Burst, deal Envy Resonance times 7% of this coin's final damage as blunt damage. Payback. Use my hair coupons as a counter should you have 6 Absolute Envy Resonance. I'm going to have fun bringing this guy to the Envy excavations. Heal Envy Resonance +3 SP for 3 of the middle faction allies that have the lowest SP. Includes this unit but only once per turn, to a maximum of 10 SP. So 7 Envy Resonance caps him off. Gain 25% of missing HP as a shield. Inflict a burn, inflict a bleed. When this unit or any middle faction allies are hit by an enemy, inflict a vendetta mark against them. Then gain a Book of Vengeance. Once per skill, wait. Ooh. Vengeance Mark, Vendetta Mark. I need to look at Sinclair for a moment. Inflict 5 Vendetta Mark. Oh wait, no. Counted separately from Vengeance Mark. Okay, so it's talking about the thing that tells you who dealt the most damage. Counted separately from Vengeance Mark. If more than a unit has the highest stack of this effect targets the one that has the higher HP percentage. Gain 1 Book of Vengeance Heathcliff. Maximum of once per skill. 1 offense level, 1 defense level for every 5 stacks. Ally death, gain 3 Books of Vengeance. At 15 plus Vengeance tattoos, apply the following effects. Replace a base skill with Complete and Total Extermination. Prioritize the skill on the leftmost slot's bottom row on the dashboard. If the replaced skill becomes inaccessible due to being replaced by a different skill, activate it again. Change battle music until turn end, excluding certain encounters. Combat start in the unit this unit substituted or returned to the field. Use My Hair Coupons on a random target. Attack end of the said skill. Apply 1 offense and 1 defense level on all middle faction allies. That's not even a Sin passive. That's just something he has by default. The middle faction allies that have equipped defense skills take 20% damage from unopposed, 20% less damage from unopposed attacks this turn. At 4 Envy Resonance, middle faction allies adjacent to this unit on the dashboard cannot be staggered as long as they have usable counters in their equipped slots, excluding 4 staggers. At 6 plus Envy Resonance, this just applies to everyone. Combat start, gain Vengeance tattoo for every Envy Resonance to a maximum of 7. So you have to get that 4 Envy before you start getting stuff as Resonance, so it might take a bit to kick in. If an enemy attacked any middle faction allies, including this unit, use Kicking on them as an unopposed attack at attack end of the enemy's skill, once per turn. If any middle faction allies are killed during combat this turn, all middle faction allies gain 1 attack power up this and next turn, once per turn. Alright, I want him but not enough to waste my Walpurgis spending the money on... Hey look, we're salt.
별일 없었지?
Anyhow, there is one thing that I want to go into. But there's one scene that I want to see now that There's one scene that I want to see now that it has voice acting. It would be this one. Oh, I hope that it actually happens in this. And it's not... it's probably mid-battle, isn't it, darn it?
그래, 흑수를 넘은 나는 정말로 유력한 후보지. 불사의 강을 찾겠다고 쓸데없이 밖에서 시간을 쓰는 너와는 차별화되는 점이지 않겠나?
이건 뭐 어디서부터 딴지를 걸어야 하는 걸까? 빈말하기도 싫어. 당신을 오빠라고 부르고 싶지도 않고. 누구야? 환 오빠? 아니, 환 오빠가 당신 같은 사람과 말을 섞는 건
지금 무슨 소리를 하는 거지?
당신이 붙은 쪽을 묻는 거잖아. 묘를 부리는 사람이 누구냐고. 그쪽이 감히 할 수 있는 영역이 아니잖아. 그치?
이 조망만한 게!
그것도 당신이 말하기엔...
이환님?
It doesn't seem like the mastermind of this operation was actually anyone important.
저 비열한 관상에 배신자 같은 인간이 당황하는 것을 보아 그런 것 같긴 하군요.
말이 안 통하는군. 이봐 자로, 그냥 다 도륙내버려.
본래 내려진 명령은 암살. 이대로 저들을 뚫어내며 후보들의 목을 떨구는 것까진 이야기된 내용이 아니다.
이씨, 무슨 말이 그렇게 많아? 하라면 하는 거지.
당신의 호신을 위한 전투는 이행할 여지가 있으나 그 이상은 불가하다. 흑수는 목줄을 가진 분의 명령을 따를 뿐.
Looks like Shiyu doesn't even control these guys.
오이라는 동부말이 있어.
Yeah, I think if I want to get the fight easy, then I'm going to have to go into it with overstated characters, so... Oh well. I burned my energy. Oh man, double events, so we've got a mix of all the different stats, don't we? Memory, yes, you do count. Stop, no, not you.
군주가 나섰나.
의로움을 이제야 부르나. 제가 파줄 상.
H사와 89의 안내는
오케이. 이럴 것 같아서 대기 타고 있었지.
Oh, we're capped at 6, huh?
명을 받
소재가 준비됐어?
형님과 누님
원하시나? 원하시나?
드디어 내 차례냐?
Yeah, we should be good.
이거 참 설레는구려.
We have plenty of levels. Man, what a messy team this is.
재밌겠는데?
도끼를 푼다. 저 해충들을 도려내라. 묘여, 길을 열어라.
이거 금강 맞지? 야! 필살! 바이올렛 브레이크 슬램!
Oh wait, that's sloth. We can't actually afford to drop that, can we?
자, 부숴줄 테다. 목을 넓어주마.
It's got to be such a horrifying concept to see someone you're trying to kill suddenly turn into your boss.
재밌겠는데?
12수에게 명한다. 이 악을 끊어내자. 누구 하나 살려보지 마라.
A strange tune crashes through the sound of this fierce battle. Is this electronic dance music? Something about it sounds familiar.
마침내 너희를 찾아다니느라 내 머리카락이 조금 더 버석해졌지. 2주 10이랑 시해 명부의 처형을 피해 다닌 놈들이 다리부터 찢어놓는 극형으로 진행한다. 합의한 시간만큼 최대한 고통을 새겨주도록 하지.
Weren't you the one who ran away when the Indigo Elder stabbed you with a harpoon?
이 새끼가 왜 여기 있어? 뭐 스토커야? 지금까지 따라다녔던 거야?
도둑놈을 쫓는 것을 언제부터 그렇게 말했지? 이놈 덕에 나는 아직도 푹신을 찾지 못하고 있단 말이다.
저것도 뭐야? 제3세력?
너희 대체 어디서 원한을 메고 다니는 거야?
자로 저것들도 그냥 다 해치워버려!
정세에 대해 전혀 감이 없군.
뭐라고?
모르시겠는가? 저자네.
진지가 왜 여기까지 튀어나오는 거야?
Ricardo, a big brother of the middle. The man who slaughtered the sinners like they were nothing. The man who almost forced me to self-destruct. Forced? Don't tell me I have to get ready for that again.
네, 적어도 아직은 LCE에서 평가된 수감자들의 전력은 작년 대우수의 시점보다 증강되어 있었습니다. 아예 싸워보지도 않기에는 전투 승률이 유의미한 수준으로 상승했습니다.
얼마나?
믿어볼 만한 불확실성은 갖췄습니다.
지방방송은 좀 끄도록 하지. 뭐 때문에 싸움박질을 하고 있는지는 몰라도 내가 이 동부까지 몸소온 것은 반드시 직접 저 녀석을 내 손으로 집행하기 위해서다. 동부에서 활동하는 녀석들에게 맡겨도 됐지만 굳이 동부의 큰형님께 부탁하면서까지 말이지. 그러니 거기 밤톨만한 것들은 저리 꺼져라. 중지의 명부 집행이 우선이다.
Does that mean that all the southern sections are supposed to be Australian? That's kind of weird, but also kind of funny.
밤톨? 시끄럽군. 머리카락만 정신사납게 염색해놓은 손가락의 졸개가 여긴 H4의 구역이라고. 본자는 와, 이건 우아 소리밖에 안 나오네.
아두남에 잡아먹혔나? 정말 앞뒤가 보이질 않나 보군.
It's going to be written up as a suicide. Unexpectedly, Ricardo's face wasn't contorted with wrath, even after enduring that barrage of insults. Instead, he looked surprised. A moment of silence followed, during which he seemed to be absorbed in thought.
대단하군. 신기록이다. 나와 얼굴을 마주하고 15초 만에 장부의 이름을 적히는 건 네가 처음이다, 애송이.
Then, with trembling hands, he reached down to grab his book of vengeance, opened it, and began to write something down on the paper, slowly and deliberately, as though to make each stroke of the pen count.
싸가지가 상당히 부족하군. 직접 아가리를 찢는 형벌로 다스려줘야겠어. 얘들아! 저 도둑 논팽이들은 너희가 맡고 있어라.
뭐라는 거야? 샤로!
Apparently I am his babysitter today.
넌 또... 아니 됐어. 막아봐.
She actually can. We know now that she's a member of the Pinky.
너도 포함해서 이 자리에 있는 것들 전부 직결 처형이다.
이쯤에 도망가면 될 것 같은데요?
I don't think we've got much of a chance there. Ricardo practically rocketed towards Zilu and Shi Yihua were standing in a burst of speed. But his henchmen had already begun to slowly surround us as he ordered.
다들 무기 들어요. 대호수에서의 서력도 갚을 겸해서 싸워보죠.
She's been waiting for this.
저도 저 자식한테는 빚이 좀 있어서요.
Okay, I need to intercept at least one of these on you.
더 처리할 먹잇감 있나?
Can I please have a selection of
더
force?
처리할 먹잇감 있나? 개의치 않고 말씀을.
You still have plenty of Strider stacks, you're fine. If this unit has shield, gain attack power up. Apparently, some of them have defensive skills that say if this unit depleted shield, lost their shield, gain attack power up, but it's inconsistent. I don't know whether I have seen that or not. Why am I using these counter skills? I should be clashing so I can build up some SP here, guys.
녹이면서 뵐 수 있거든.
다른 놈이 끼어들었나?
특수무 빈박질 중.
저 해충들을 도려내라.
되겠냐고요.
얼얼하지? 물러나라. 네 목숨은 아직 따로 쓸 적을 물어뜯고 너의 쓸모를 보여라.
Oh, you have your vengeance counter there.
끝내지.
도끼를 고작 이 정도 탕류의 허덕이 저 해충들을 도려내라.
이제 끝내지.
What a hodgepodge team I have going on here. There was an explosive noise from a distance, and moments later Ricardo landed before us with a boom.
동부의 흑수라는 놈들이 독하다고는 들었지만 유달리 튀는 놈이던데. 그런 놈이 갑자기 휙 사라져버리다니. 왜지?
I wonder what the middle of the east to look like, because they can't all be purple jacketed weirdos like this, right? Surely they have their own style.
됐나? 명부에 기록해두지. 원래 목적대로 에어 쿠폰 도둑놈들부터 선봐주마.
His numbers aren't as impressive anymore, are they? That said, I still don't particularly want to mess with him. Oh, you have an envy weakness, huh? Let's see if we can fix that.
작은 형님께서 부르셨나?
The problem is, Heisho enemies are weak to slash, but super resistant to blunt, which means you want to build slash for the Zilu fight. But then middle is super resistant to slash and weak to blunt, so they have the exactly opposite resistances, so whatever you do, you're in trouble.
장난이 길어.
No more tests! Main target has 3 middle vendetta marks, so we gotta be cautious. Heal all LISP by a lot. Honestly, I can let him take that if it allows me to go all in on hitting Ricardo.
불가 위야 막아내지 못하리.
목을 떨고 주마. 고작 이 정도 탕류의 허덕이나. 죄송합니다. 형님.
위는 맞다.
쓸데없는 관심 필요 없다.
네가 김강 맞지? 야! 아니. 아무튼 슬램!
27 to 93, huh? I can do that. It doesn't get the Queen reuse, unfortunately, but I'm fine with going all in on Ricardo here. Complete and total extermination! If you say so. Not our best odds, but what else are you gonna do?
불가 위야 마감 사리
이 몸을 온당히 벌하심에 기꺼이 죄를 받아들이나이다.
Oh, bad time to do that.
종원, 조명이 전멸하는 저곳으로 파도가 모든 것을 쳐부술 거다.
저는 겨양이다. 고통을 새겨주지. 상념으로 맑은 하늘 가리고 이 한 몸 바쳐 땅으로 모든 피 쏟아내리. 피가 아무리 탁해졌다 한들 군주는 죽지 않는다.
Oh wow, he is very angry now. And our team is very close to dead. The funny thing is that the middle characters are actually doing better, but also my turn count is worse this time?
저 해충들을 도려내라.
How did it? I used a Blood Fiend team last time, right?
분노 게이지 X.
물러나라. 네 목숨은 아직 따로 쓸 적을 물어뜯고 너의 쓸모를 보여라.
작은 형님께서 부르셨나?
Oh, hi Yi-sang. You may have been a mistake. That should activate the force to counter attack, so we'll be fine eventually.
합격점.
It didn't activate the force counter, no! Ah well. You all get what happens here. So, until next time guys, take care, I'll see you all around.
또 한 줄 길을 남겼군. 핏물진 길일 뿐이지만 세월이 지나면 홍호는 그제야 알게 되겠지. 이 홍로가 무엇을 바꾸었는지를.